Welcome. In front of me I have the Xiaomi Redmi 12, and today I will show you an unboxing along with a quick overview. So anyway, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so that's basically what we get in the box. Now let's take a look at the device. Starting off with the display, we are looking at a 6.79-inch display. It's a 1080p by 2460 resolution, LCD IPS, boasting a 90 Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 550 nits, so it doesn't actually get that bright. We also have 85.1% screen to body ratio with 396 pixels per inch. So just to clarify this, the screen specs right here for the people that aren't really too versed in this are pretty okay for the price that this device comes at. And moving on to the back, to our cameras, we have a triple camera setup with the main sensor being a 50 megapixel f1.8 wide sensor. Then we got an 8 megapixel f2.2 120 angle ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel f2.4 macro, so that's a shit cam. Now at the front we have an 8 megapixel f2.1 wide sensor, and with either front or back you can shoot max 1080p 30 frames in terms of video. Okay, now moving into the internals, we have a couple of variants of this device. At the very lowest end you can have 128 gigabytes of storage with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Then sticking with the same storage size, you can also have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then you can also boost the storage to 256 with 8 gigs of RAM. Now that being said, let's just quickly grab a SIM eject tool, and as you can see, we actually have expandable storage, so you can have either two different SIM cards or one SD card and one SIM card. So even if you go for the lowest end, the 128 gigabytes of storage, you can expand the storage further using an SD card. Now that being said, I would probably recommend picking the 8 gigabyte RAM option rather than the 4. It will give you a little bit more headroom to work with multiple apps at the same time and not having the device always needing to reload them. So that will give a little bit of a better user experience. So that's why I recommend it. In terms of storage, go with whichever one you want. You can, like I mentioned before, go with the lowest end, 128, and just use an SD card to extend it. Now, moving on further, we have a 5000 mAh battery in here, and we do have a cable, though there is no charger included with the device. And we do have the option to charge this device at 18 watts. So if you have any kind of charger laying around, you possibly will be able to charge this at its maximum speed. 18 watts isn't that much, so most of the chargers that were included with the devices in recent 3 years would exceed this kind of charging speed, so you should be good with that. And having a faster charger, for instance 32 or even more, won't hurt the device, because the device will be only using 18 watts of it and not any more. So like I said, if you have a faster charger, don't worry, your device will be safe. And last thing to mention here would be the price, which is about 150 euros. So the device is very affordable. Actually didn't mention one more thing. Last thing that I forgot to mention would be the processor, and that is a Helio G88. Now, I have no idea how well this processor performs. Judging by the price, I wouldn't consider this to be a super fast processor, so just keep that in mind. But the device nonetheless is priced at almost, very budget. It's only $50 more than the cheapest devices, and it comes with a couple nice things like actual 18 watts charging, which some devices at this price range would come with 10 watts, so this is already better than other devices. Has a big battery and has a 90 Hz refresh rate with 1080p resolution, so those are all nice parts of the device. Now, at this price range, I can't really say that there are crappy parts of this device. Obviously there will be, it will be slow compared to other devices, but you're paying 150 euros. This is almost nothing for a phone, and it delivers more than I would expect for this price range. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.